How many boyfriends will Kelly have this summer?
1,000,000.
Probably.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Spilling Wine. I'm your host, Kelly, and today I have Mel.
Hi, I'm Mel. I'm from New York City. I am a creative, I'm a poet, and I am an influencer and a spiritualist as well. And I do some tarot readings.
I love that. This is the first time I've ever had anyone spiritual on the podcast.
Really?
So I'm really excited. Yeah.
Really? Oh my God, I feel lucky.
But today we're going to be talking about how dating is in New York City, and we're going to do a love reading. So what has been your experience dating in New York?
Dating in New York, trial and error, right? It's kind of like it's slim pickings. What you see is what you don't get.
Right.
But I noticed there's a lot of people that aren't. Are you a native New Yorker?
Yeah.
There aren't people that aren't a lot of native New Yorkers here. So I feel like I'm dating in New York, but not New York, if that makes sense. Like, because everyone's from other cities. So it depends on how long people are living here.
Yeah.
And you want to get that New York feel. It's like, I'm from Ohio, right? Then it's like, okay, I'm dating someone from Ohio in New York.
That's
so
interesting.
That's a little different. But it's been crazy though, because I date more in real life now. And there was one point where I was like hanging out in Brooklyn a lot, and I was dating celibate though, and I was just like casually going around dating people. And then a year later, I went to this event in Brooklyn, and everyone knew each other.
Oh God.
And I was just like, okay, this is not this is not it. And you want to know how that turned out? So there were two friends that I found out that they actually were best friends, and I met one on Hinge, and the other one I met on Hinge too, but 2 years apart.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so the first one I met on Hinge, and we dated, but it didn't go well. So then we stayed friends. We're still really good friends right now. Then his friend I met a year later on Hinge, and I was like, oh my God, you remind me of someone. Like, you're so familiar or whatever. And then next thing you know, he was like, oh, do you know so-and-so? And I was like, I do know so-and-so. And they were not just friends, but they were best friends.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they were best friends.
And they never said anything? Like, they don't talk about who they talk to or anything like that?
So they both have moved to the same city. And I thought the other one was lying because they found out that they were friends. But the second one ghosted me and never said anything. And then we were never intertwined again. So we never saw each other again.
So they probably had a conversation about it.
Yeah. But I'm still the best friends with the first one. Yeah.
That's weird. And he never said anything? Like, oh, you know my friend?
No. Then we mentioned it in passing so he can like pass the baton. Like, hey, like, yeah, you can talk to him. But he was like chill about it. The other one was kind of spooked. He was like, I'm out here. Yeah.
But honestly, that's how it is here, because I'm from Staten Island. Obviously, it's like a smaller island and everybody knows each other. It's like, it's so hard to date here.
Yeah. Do you ever find it hard to date in Staten Island?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody knows each other. It's like, I know their ex, or I have connections with someone that they used to talk to, and it's just weird. Like,
yeah.
And
so do you travel outside of Staten Island?
sometimes.
I live in the city, aka Manhattan, and I try to date not in Manhattan. But I think dating in Brooklyn, first of all, Brooklyn is so large.
Yeah.
So I was dating in one part of Brooklyn, and it wasn't on purpose. It's just I was hanging out in a certain circle, and in that circle, I came across everybody that I was dating. And then basically from there, everyone like knew each other. And again, this was not anything sexual. I want to emphasize that, because men are like, it could be.
Yeah.
But I was like, maybe I need to date in Manhattan now. And that turned out to me not dating at all. I'm not dating anyone right now. I am single. Everyone single.
Me too.
How long have you been single?
I've been single for 2 years, but a year ago I did date somebody for 2 months. But that, like, I don't really count it because it was only 2 months.
Yeah.
So like 2 years.
Yeah. I think when it comes to dating in New York, I think Tinder is a terrible place
Oh my God.
to do that.
I got banned on Tinder.
You did? So did I. I got banned on Tinder. I was banned on Tinder because they said that I was like so I had put my my website on there because I wanted to do, you know how Bumble has Bumble BFF?
Yeah.
So I wanted to use Tinder for friends, but that's not what Tinder was for.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, like come to my website, which is my actual like Linktree website
Yeah.
where I do social media, and it's my content page, but it's not like content. No, it's social media
Right.
influencing. It's not, and there's nothing wrong with people who do that type of content, but it wasn't that. So Tinder thought that there was like you know, inappropriate things on my website. I was like, I was in a modeling campaign,
Exactly.
like, and I was on like another podcast. Like that's what I was doing. Like, I'm not somebody that's gonna be putting myself out there. And they banned me.
Yeah.
And then did you know when you're banned from Tinder, you cannot get a new phone and go on another app.
I know.
You can't make a whole new account. I was like, Tinder, unban, like unban me, please.
I use the Text Now app, you know, like those text free
Really?
like burner phone numbers.
Yeah.
I use that to get on Tinder.
Yeah. The Text Now app is crazy. You know, this guy used to text me from that. Oh, so I have this story. Oh my God, I came prepared for this, but I wanted to wait to see if you were gonna ask me questions. So there was this guy I met in the subway, and I was walking. I looked crazy. I looked so bad that day. It was like the morning, and I was with someone. And then next thing you know, I was like walking, and then he stopped me. He was a younger guy, and he wasn't like a baby, but he was like younger. He gives me a rose.
What the hell, really?
He was selling roses, like, or giving away free roses for some holiday. And so I'm walking. He gives me a flower. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And he goes, yeah, take my number. So I take his number. Long story short, he texts me. He asks me out on a date immediately. So I was really flattered. Guess where he asked me to?
Oh my God, where?
Wingstop.
That's insane.
Wingstop. And I was like, are you gonna drive through? Like, is that a Wingstop? He's like, no, Wingstop in the city. I was like, is it gonna be Wingstop in a mall? Like, he's like, no, just a curbside Wingstop. We could get to go. And I was like, oh, I am not interested in that. So he was like, okay, tell me what you like. So I said, like, seafood, right? And there's so much seafood in New York City, right? And then he was like, okay, how about I take you to Popeyes?
Oh my God, are you serious?
Popeyes? I was like, what type of seafood I'm getting? He said, they got the shrimp there. Then he mentioned Red Lobster. And I was like, I like Red Lobster.
Yeah.
I do. I've been to Red Lobster in so long. But then I said, do you have a car? Because there's no Red Lobster. Well, there's Red Lobster in Times Square, but it's like,
right. I like that
always
one.
Crowded. So he's like, no, I don't have a car, but we can go like lunch. And I was like, I need to go in the evening. And then he was like, never mind, Wingstop it is. And I was like, what did you think I was worth? He didn't think I was worth anything. Nothing at all. And the funny part about that is that, so I was like, you know what? I don't think we're compatible. And I told him, like, have a good one. And then he started calling me obsessively, like multiple times. So then when he started calling me multiple times, I was like, what is going on? Why is this happening? Let me tell you something. I blocked the number because it was crazy. He texted me from 3 Text Now numbers.
How do you know it was him? He
said it was him.
Oh my God.
He said it was him. And I was just like, what is this? Like, what is going on? And he would send him a picture of himself. Yeah, he would send a picture of himself.
Did you know anything about him? Like, what did he do for work or anything?
He didn't say actually, but I know he was giving out flowers in the train station. But I don't think that was a bad thing, you know. Like, it seemed like a good thing. But that was my most recent, when I tried to get back out there, dating story. Oh my
God, that's horrible.
It was just terrible. And I was like, oh, let me not meet someone on a dating app for once. Let me meet someone in real life. And he approached me, which never happens, by the way. Never happens, Kelly. No one approaches me, ever. And then when they do approach me, it's like not direct. It's like, hey, what are you doing today?
Really?
And I'm like, yeah, it's not direct at all. It's like, yeah.
Do you ever approach men?
Yes.
What do you say? Like,
Kelly, you can't tell all the secrets. So I do approach men, and it depends on the man. So I am someone who is on social media, and I like a certain type of man. So I approached this man. I'm about to air out myself. I can't. So I approached this man at a showcase, right? He's an artist that I like
Oh.
as an artist. I like his music, but I don't like him because he's an artist. I think he's sexy. Like, he's attractive.
Yeah.
Because there's so many artists that I love, but I'm not going to go talk to every
Right.
artist that I love. Like, it's not because you're famous or well known that I want to talk to you, because I'm not famous, but I'm a little recognizable. Like, I have a decent sized platform for tarot, whatever. So I'm not him. He's super well known, but I think he's like fine. Like, I think he's sexy. So I'm like, let me go to the show because I like the music. And so I was like, okay. So I had been like interacting with him on a certain social platform I keep private, just liking and liking. And I'm like, oh, look at here. And then so he liked something back once. And I was like, oh, okay.
Does he follow you, or he just noticed that you were liking his posts?
This is where the story gets juicy. So I go to the performance, and I was there for work anyways. So I was shooting. I was a photographer for different events at the space I was at. So I was shooting a bunch of stuff, and then I was like, let me go to his show and see the others. Like, it was a music show, like a soulful show. So I was like, let me go and whatever. Then I went, and he's on stage, and I give him like a hug. So I give him a hug or whatever. And I'm like, okay, let me give him a hug. And I was like, oh, nice to meet you. I love you. Right? And then that's it. Took a picture with him. Kept it cute. I didn't want to do that, but it was so rushed.
Yeah.
Because I didn't come to the show with an intention. I just wanted to see the music. But he had what he wore. I was like, oh, he's fine as fuck in person. Like, he's really cute. So I forgot I was even like working.
Yeah.
And I kept it professional though. I did. But I forgot. And then I was like, okay, let me just take a picture. Because I do this thing called Moments with Mel on Instagram. It's separate from spirituality, where I go out to events that I'm invited to, or I shoot content for, or I might be a +1 sometimes. But for the most part, I shoot content for stuff, or I'm invited to go, like guest list. So I'll go and I'll shoot all the content or whatever. And then next thing you know, I will take pictures, whatever, if I'm hired to do that. So I share it on Instagram. So I usually take pictures with celebrities or well-known people as a moment with me. So you can experience my body positive moment, me expressing myself, me being happy. You can experience that in real life. So that's what I went there for.
That's cool.
Like, just to show me happy. I wore like a nice outfit that was showing my curves and my body, just so everyone would feel confident in this space. And I saw him, I forgot who I was. I was like, oh my God. I was like, he's so cute. So then I ran into him again towards when he was leaving by accident. So I was like, hey, can I talk to you? And, up to the side. And I didn't know why I did that. I was just like in awe of what he looked like. He looked so good. And I was like, can I talk to you? He's like, okay. Yeah, what's up? And he's like, what happened? He was so sweet. And I was like, do you have a girlfriend? He was like, no, I don't have a girlfriend. So I was like, can I get your number? And I was so nervous. And he was like, no. Yeah, he said no. And I was like,
no way.
Yep.
And how did you react?
I was like, well, can we be friends on socials then? Can we catch up? Because I really dig your vibe. I didn't tell him he was cute. But you know what I didn't do? He didn't know my name. I never introduced myself because I have been actively, like, I'm on social media all the time, so I comment on people's pages all the time.
Yeah.
But I have been like really engaging in his content because I love his work, and I knew he was attractive, but I didn't know he was that attractive. And when I saw him, I was like, shoot your shot, like, and I missed my shot. But I'd still like, because it was always professional the way I saw him, like, he's a creative that I've looked up to and I wanted to learn or whatever, but he doesn't do what I'm doing now. So I was like, okay, whatever. He's still saying meaningful things, so let me like interact. Then I was like, oh, he's fine as fuck saying meaningful things. Well, should I ask him to work or should I ask him to be like cool and get to know him?
Exactly.
So I tried to like ask first out of respect, like, are you taken? And he was like, I'm not taken.
And the interaction is so short, so you really have to choose wisely what you're gonna say.
Yeah, it was so short. I mentioned, and the rest of it I'll keep private between us, like the conversation, but nothing happened after that. And I'm like, okay, that's a teachable moment. Like,
yeah.
But I never talked about it like publicly. I still won't ever say who it was. But there's another story that I have that is really good. If you want me to share it.
Go ahead.
So this is a couple years ago on my Brooklyn time. So a couple
What
years
part of
ago,
Brooklyn do you hang out in?
this was downtown Brooklyn. I want to say Fort Greenish area. This was that area. So, and I think I might get Fort Greene and downtown mixed up, but they're close. So I went out one night after breaking up with a situationship.
Oh
Terrible.
God, those are the
Like
worst.
terrible. I went out, and this was the first time I was actually much skinnier than I was. So I would say I'm actually more secure now, but back then I was like, I'm gonna try to wear something nice. I was so shy back then. So I wore this really tight red dress. I have a book I'm working on,
Oh wow.
and it's a bunch of these dating short stories.
Really?
Yes.
That's so cool.
Yes.
I need to start doing that.
So when you asked me to come on here, I was like, yes,
Yes.
yes. So I went to the space with my friend. It was a really nice space. I had a nice outfit on, very elegant, sexy, whatever. And I was in the space and nobody was there. And I was like, this is crazy. We're leaving. And before we left, this guy sat down and he was turned to the side. He had me at side view. And his friend sat next to my friend trying to talk to her, of course. And that was the first time I ever approached someone. And that one, it was like a night to remember. We wound up hanging out the entire night till the sun came up.
Oh, like all four of you?
Mostly three of us.
Oh.
Because it was with two of my friends that were girls and him and his friend. And we were all hanging out together. And then at the end of the night, it ended with me and him like outside. Like again, nothing happened. But we were just hanging out and we forgot like time. We just forgot timing. We were just hanging out and really enjoying it. And I did not know him. And that was when I started to read tarot as well.
That's insane.
And I was like reading for like a year at that point. But he was also a content creator.
Oh wow.
And I had wanted help with growing my videos. So I didn't want to mix work with business. I don't do that. But I didn't know that when I met him, that he was a content creator. So I found out because we added each other on Instagram that night. And I was like, okay. So I was like, okay. So do we basically like, go ahead and talk to each other? Do we not talk to each other? Like, what do we do? So I started talking to him as a friend. I was like, let's be friendly. Because I wasn't sure, again, if I wanted to work with him or not.
Yeah.
And the whole night we were talking about tarot. And we were talking about things like that. And we were talking about like tarot. And we were talking about like his belief system. And we were talking about content, like creativity. And I wasn't out yet as a content creator. I was like a secret tarot reader. And on my tarot page, it was like me talking and doing readings, but it was not popular. I have like, I think 15 or 16,000 people now on my tarot TikTok. But back then I had
It's really popular on TikTok.
It is. But back then I had like 1,000. And then he had like a different type of content, but he was more popular. So we weren't together, but we had like one specific night where basically all of it like tied together. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you do readings for yourself too?
Oh my God. So I try not to because it's like I want to see the right answer. And I never get the right answer. It's always wrong. Like I will sit down and I'll say, well, how much money am I make next year? Right? And then next thing you know, it'll be like, I'll get this card, the Hermit. And it's like, nothing. No money right now. Like that's what it means. I love to read for others, not for myself. But technically you're not supposed to, but there's no rule book, really. There's no rule book.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I wish I knew more about it.
Tarot?
Like what the actual cards mean and stuff.
Yeah.
But I watched them on TikTok though.
So I can't tell you what all of them mean, but I can tell you like break it down for you. So pentacles are about money, and it's like it stands for like stability. With astrology, it's about earth signs. Like it should be about earth signs. I should say that because not all tarot decks are the same. Like this tarot deck has like sort of codes on it.
Oh, okay.
Like specific little markers. And things like that. Then you have the cups, right? The Ace of Cups is like all this emotions, whatever, but you have a full suit of cups. Cup stands for like more feelings and things like that. Then you have Wands, and Wands is about movement.
Okay.
Fire sign energy. So Libra, not Libra, what is it? Fire sign, Aries, Sag.
Sag.
Yeah. Then you
Aries.
have Swords, which is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, which is more like about logical thinking, knowledge, not really like feeling too much, but really thinking. And then you have other cards that aren't about that. So you have like you have the what we call the major arcana and the minor arcana. Yeah, major arcana is like the more hierarchy cards, and then minor arcana are the cards that I don't want to say lower ranking, but they're the cards like that they look like like small things basically. Yeah. So it's a lot of cards. Most decks come with 72 cards in it.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And it has different meanings, but the thing about tarot is that everyone reads differently. So some people use their intuition. Some people have spiritual gifts that are like clairvoyance, or they might dream things, or they might like hear things or whatever. Then there's empaths, people who are super sensitive to emotions, like some people I know, empaths out there. So all the empaths, and then people might just be able to really read cards, and they might be able to pick up like emotions with cards or whatever, or it's like that. It's open to interpretation. It really is. Yeah.
Do you like doing love readings?
No, but I do value them though. I don't like doing love readings because people don't believe in love anymore.
Yeah,
And so I
that's
give
true.
a love reading and they look at me like, she's full of shit. Like, she's not being for real. And then they'll call me like, my love reading came true.
Yeah, they
And I'm
always
like,
come true.
yeah, they always come true. Do you get tarot readings?
No, I haven't, but I've seen them on TikTok. I think I only got one like years and years ago.
So is this love reading for you today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Love readings are the best because, you know, like they're easier to read, but they take longer.
Yeah.
Because emotions are hard to pick up with cards. Like you have to have some type of connection with the cards, some type of spiritual gift with the cards for that. Because the cards have their own meaning.
Yeah.
But what's bigger than that is when you are like in alignment with your intuition and things like that. Yeah.
And trying to get all the details and story and all that.
Yeah, there's always a story. I call tarot a guide. Like I say it's like a guide to like what is already there. So say if you're doing an astrology reading, right? There are astrologers that read charts. And so in every component of a chart is different. And then you have your sun sign, moon sign, rising sign. You have all these things, right? So that's basically like how someone could read your chart. Tarot is similar. Like I could say, Kelly, right? Do you like, what do you want to know right now? I could ask Kelly, what do you want to know? And then next thing you know, it's like, oh, I want to know if he loves me. And I'll shuffle the deck and it'll say the sun, right? Randomly. It'll say that card. And the sun means joy and happiness. But if someone has a spiritual gift, or if they're psychic, which I do believe in psychics, I consider myself a little psychic, right? If you're psychic, I can pick up something that is not showing in the card.
Yeah.
Like an emotion or something like that. Yeah.
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 I had one psychic that I was talking to once. She approached me randomly in the mall. And it was weird, like the things that she knew about me. Like she knew that I was a twin.
You're a twin?
Yeah.
Do you have a brother or sister?
A sister.
A sister? Are you identical?
No.
Oh, okay.
Thank God.
Okay.
But yeah, she knew that I was a twin, and she knew that like I was going to start singing, and it was crazy what she knew about me.
So here's the thing. I never approach anyone with readings, but I do randomly say things to people that they connect with. So I guess that's my intuition, like as well. I'm very strong intuition. Like I'm very connected to higher energy and spirit like that. And I will sit here and say like, hey, today you might wear purple tomorrow. This is hypothetical, right? You might wear purple, Kelly. Or look, it's purple's important. And
Mm.
you'll be like, what the fuck? Like, who are you talking to? And then you'll be like, oh my God, wore purple. And I did this with purple and that with blah, blah, blah with purple.
Yeah.
And then I've had one of my coworkers, right? One of my coworkers was like, he wanted to do content again, right? And I was like, oh, okay, you want to do content, blah, 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 yada, yada. So he wanted to do content and he's doing something different. I was like, show me your content. He shows me. I was like, you should put that back out. You should do that. Next thing you know, he's posting it on LinkedIn. And
Really?
he's posting it and sharing it. Yeah. And he's doing that. And I'm like, okay, do you remember we had this conversation? He didn't remember. No.
Interesting.
No, it just already affirmed what he was already knowing.
Yeah.
It already confirmed it. He never asked me. We're just in regular conversation. So it's like that. But I do know psychics that do run up to people because they feel like they have to tell them something. I can't speak for all psychics though, at all. But it's like, have to tell them something. Yeah.
Right. Interesting. Yeah. I see a lot of things in my dreams that come true.
You do?
Yeah.
So what's an example? What's the dream?
Like, it could be honestly random things. Like, I have a dream about something random and then 2 days later it'll happen. Yeah. And I'll feel like I experienced that in my dream already.
So is it something that shows you the dream directly or is it something different? Like, because sometimes the dreams have like coded messages in it. What do you think was your dream? Like, was the dream straightforward? Was it clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Or like I'll have a dream that somebody texted me and then I'll wake up and the message will be on my phone.
I had a dream of that too. So I don't remember exactly when it was, but I had a dream me and my friend were having a conversation and we weren't. But she texted me the next day and was like, hey, you were in my dream last night. And I was like, what happened? She was like, we were having a conversation.
That's crazy.
So in my dream we were talking over text and she in our dream were talking on text as well. And next thing you know, we woke up and we started talking over text. So there was something we just needed to say to each other.
Yeah.
But she's also someone with an intuitive gift, very gifted as well. So that tends to happen with us. Like, we tend to be able to, like, you know, manifest each other in whatever way. And when we do that, it's like this. It's like, it goes like that. And I value that, though, because they always know what I'm feeling before something happens. And they could sense it and tell me what it is. But my dreams have been crazy, like crazy as well, like so crazy. So there's lucid dreaming where it's not necessarily
that's scary. Yeah.
I don't lucid dream, but I used to. And then there's the spiritual dreams. So similar to you, my dreams come true without it being connected to a spiritual person. Like, yeah. Like a guy I was gonna meet. Another guy that I was talking to. This was a dating thing. It was so trippy. I never told anyone but my close friends. He had DM'd me and he had basically like, you know, he DM'd me. He's from a different country. I won't say what country.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he was from a different country and he was like traveling frequently to the US. And so basically we were talking for a bit and in a dream I was like, oh my God, I dreamt of you. We had fun in our dream. And then in the dream we did fun. We had fun. And then in real life I didn't see him till like maybe a year after we were talking.
Oh, so you met him?
I met him and then we hung out and then next time I saw him we had fun. Right? When we had fun, it was exactly like played out like it was in my dream.
Yeah, it's like you're having like
literally the only difference was that in the dream it was in the country that it was in and not the US, but in real life it happened in my country, in the US. So I was like, oh, so it happened, so it was just different locations, but the way it happened, how we were together, how that happened, piece by piece, it was in my dream. Yeah
that happens to me too. It's crazy. It's cool though to see like how things are going to play out, so you kind of like expect a certain outcome.
Like, you never know what's gonna happen at all with tarot or with these. You are gifted, right? I hope you know that. Yeah. So with these like lenses, this extra viewpoint and able to see things before they start is something that you should do. And it's hard really when it comes to dreams because you dream stuff and you don't know what is real or what isn't. So you kind of have to like write it down.
Yeah.
Do you have a dream journal or do you write things down?
No.
So you just
I
be
should.
dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you don't have to write things down if you don't want to. But if you want to, like, you know, like keep it going and see if you want to know, like say it's a message in your dream is decoded, then yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I never know what they mean though. Like what
Yeah.
the universe is trying to tell me. I never know.
So the fact that you're seeing it is something that you might need to know in the future or someone might need to know. That's how I see it. So having that said, like you could write it down or you could figure out a way you want to remember it. If like, do you remember them?
Some of them.
Okay.
Not every time though.
Okay. Okay. So maybe maybe writing it down. Like use your notes app on your phone.
Yeah.
If you don't have like something like that, use that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where my soulmate is.
Okay. Let's see who he is. So what is your zodiac sign, Kelly?
I'm a Pisces. What are you?
Pisces? I'm a Cancer.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I love Cancers.
You do? I love Pisces.
Yeah.
I do. Do you know what's your big three?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter now.
Pisces sun, Libra moon, and Sag rising.
Okay. Okay, that's a spicy chart.
Yeah.
That's fun.
For sure.
Okay. I'm Cancer, Capricorn moon, and Aquarius rising.
Oh wow.
Yeah. All right. So let's see what's going on. So reading tarot, first you want to like always thank the universe, thank God, thank a higher power. You want to pray for protection if you do prayer or whatever it is. So let's give Kelly good vibes. Pray for protection, Kelly. Let's pray. Protect you from bad eyes, bad energy, evil eye, negative spirits, negative speeches over your work, positive dreams. Amen. Okay.
Amen.
All right. So let's do Kelly Pisces. Does Kelly have a soulmate coming soon, Spirit? Does Kelly have a soulmate coming soon? Okay, that's a good sign. So I'm going to pull 3 cards, and I'll tell you how I read them and how I don't. Okay.
I'm nervous.
You are. Yeah. Okay. So we'll start with the first 3 cards, and then we'll go down to the bottom. So we have King of Cups, King of Cups, Ten of Swords, King of Wands, Seven of Cups, 3 of Cups, the World card. Okay. So first of all, I'm gonna say right now, past, challenge, future, and then more details. That's how I read them. You can read cards differently. Some people count them, some people don't. So the King of Cups here, I'm gonna say this is an X. Was your ex a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio?
Scorpio.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that's an X. There is healing going on from there on your end, but you feel over it, but then sometimes you're not over it. So he comes up first, probably because it's something that you just left alone. Let's just take it like that. Now there's someone else coming in, or you might know him already. Not sure, don't tell me yet. Fire sign energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That energy, very, very, very sexy, very knows what he wants, likes to talk that talk, walk that walk. Sometimes can even lie on themselves to make them look like they're somebody they aren't. But nonetheless, sexy, things like that. That is what's coming or who's around you. And that is a polar opposite from what you're used to already or what you've been used to. So think hot and heavy coming in. Think soulmate resembling past person looking like soulmate. Okay? 7 of Cups, which is opportunities and options. Or in your case, it looks like you about to be outside in a good way. Outside, meaning she's going to be dating, not on the street. Outside, meaning you are going to be having fun,
Yep.
looking how you do, seeing who's out there. But I see people flocking to you. So pick of the litter is what I say. Options, 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 and choices to make. So whatever that looks like for you is up to you. So yes, there's this new soulmate energy coming in, but there's also going to be contenders as well.
Yeah.
And then you have sexy friends. Sexy friends. So new homegirls or new girlfriends, but also men and guys, they know if you like men. I think you do. Men and guys that they know that's going to introduce you to other people. It's giving hot girl summer
Yeah.
while your soulmate flies in your life.
I
Yeah.
love that energy.
And ultimately, you will decide if it's your choice. Free will is a thing. That there will be like one person for you. And this one person will be the end all be all, at least for what, however you see it for. But I do see that coming in. But I want to ask another question. So, how many boyfriends will Kelly have this summer?
A million.
Probably. Oh, really? So that's not a straightforward answer. So as many as you want, basically, as many as you want. So Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You may not go towards most of them. You may hold yourself back. You may not think of going towards many of them either, but they will come towards you. So your energy is very beautiful. It's very fun. It's very light. It's very playful. It's very classy.
Thank you.
But theirs is not.
Yeah,
Their
unfortunately.
energy is not bad, but their energy is like, you know, like whistling, like, baby, how are you? Yeah. But you will find the right one who won't do that. And this one will be, I'm picking up Libra energy with fire. So think of Libra and fire. And you have that in your chart too.
Yeah.
So it might be air meets fire somewhere in there. So your rising might be his. So your rising might match his sun sign. So Sag energy, take as it resonates, because Sagittarius men are, it's complicated.
Yeah.
Not all of them are the same, but it's complicated. The energy here feels like competitors though, like competition, and you might be like, I don't want this many at all. I just wanted one.
Yeah.
But the one won't be easy to find. He won't be easy to find. So I think the idea is that he's supposed to find you. Yeah. So let's see.
Yeah, because I don't pick them well.
Yeah, so they're supposed to pick. They're supposed to come to you, and then you have to pick. So don't seek them out. And I'll ask one more question. So this is considered a longer love reading, by the way, for everyone watching. So the Star card, Six of Swords, and King of Cups, right? Guess who's back?
The exes. Yay.
But he's back in a wonderful way. Same energy, just wanting to really start over. It looks like energetically, emotionally, no mistakes on his end, and he wants to move past it, but you may not want that. And again, your choice, just projection, what it may look like. But this person may not want to acknowledge the past. They may say, can we move forward? Can we start over? So he's back. The Star card here speaks of like a new bond between you both. And this beautiful bond would be something like, oh, we didn't miss a beat kind of energy. But again, you may be like, I'm already like past that. I'm not thinking about it anymore. I'm not thinking about you anymore at all. And he still might not know how to leave you alone. And I feel like that can be a collective message for women out there in general, or people that identify as women, because I do readings for a general public sometimes on TikTok, live readings and things like that. And we talk about the energy go overall. And the energy on TikTok basically comes up a lot, like men from the past coming back.
Yeah.
And they're not changing. And the women have moved on. And they're like, what do you want?
Yeah.
But then they come back and they do really change. They're surprised, but then the women doubt themselves. So it's like women are minding their business, and most of the men, energetically in tarot, are not being about their business. They're not being honest. They're hiding their feelings. They're saying stuff to themselves, how they feel, but not expressing that to others. And in this case, I feel like he may express everything to you. Like he may actually tell you like who you, like how he feels and everything. All right, and let's see. Do you have any questions? So I usually would end the reading like with any questions from the person.
Are there going to be any signs of when that person comes?
That's a good question. Are there going to be any signs? Yes, that was the first card. I love how the cards just speak to the energy. There's a very big sign actually. Let me guess your birthday. Your birthday's in March or February?
March.
Is it March 2nd? When's your birthday?
March 12th.
That's why. Twos is important. Yeah. So you might be seeing a lot of twos. So I always think it's around. I'm not an astrologer, but I do know a lot about astrology, and I do know how to read birth charts a bit. And when you read a chart, you think about like your birthday, and you're how old?
24.
24. Okay, so you just turned 24. Yeah. So around that time is when you start feeling like yourself again and start coming into your own, and then you start figuring out like who you really are. And it's always a part of your number. So like my birthday is on the 7th. So it's always 7, 7, 7, 7, 7,
Yeah.
7 with me. So 12 may be your number, but you might be seeing repetitive twos. And it
I also
might
see 111 a lot.
Yeah, so that combination together is good because basically Two of Cups is here, the Death card, which does not mean death, and the King of Wands. So the same card for the same man that we pulled out in the beginning came out again. So this person is looking for you energetically. This person is ready to find you. This person is probably seeing twos and ones and ignoring them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So ones is usually about like 1 1 1 1 1, like come to me, come to me, come to me. Like something new is coming. Nothing forceful. It's being brought in. It's manifested by the universe, God, or your spirit team, whatever you want to say, and it's brought to you. Twos is how to balance whatever's coming in or what's presently in your life and what choices you have to make. Twos are really about choices. So Two of Cups is mean he and you will have to make a choice about the other when you find each other in this case. And so the Death card is here, and it shows this like new beginning, but it's this new transformation that has to do with you. Meaning he's gonna be, you're looking for him and you're paying attention to the signs. So you have to see if you really want to go towards it when he comes in. And essentially, it seems like you will, but there'll be a major decision to start over. So also, you're spiritually gifted. So spiritual girlies is what I call us. We see more numbers than usual.
Yeah.
Than most people. It's like our ancestors trying to get our attention. Like, hello, 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 hello. Are you paying attention with synchronicities?
I see them like every day.
Yeah. Yeah. So you see more than twos or just ones?
I see 111 the most. I see 222 here and there. I see 333, 1111. Those are like the more common ones.
So 333, 1111, all coming in like that could possibly mean that you see things that sort of will come towards you sooner than you think, sooner than they should be coming in naturally, normally. Threes signify that your spirit guides are around and things like that. Ones, same thing. We talked about like new incoming, new beginnings. And what's the other number?
111, 222, 333, and 1111. I think that was it.
Yeah, so 1111 is same like 111. So yeah.
Yeah, I see those the most.
Yep. Yeah, so those are the signs, numbers that's coming in. Yeah. I feel like, and this is me without cards, just my intuition. I feel like it'll be towards the end of the summer that you'll meet him. But again, timing is all about our choices and energy and things like that. But towards the end of the summer, yeah, towards that time. Yeah. And you know what? Can I do a collective reading? Do we have time?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to do a collective reading. You want to do a collective reading? Okay, my cousin is here, y'all. Naya, everybody. So this is my cousin. This is Naya. So she's a part of the collective. This is why I'm using her as an example. And Kelly too. All right, Naya, go back over there. So for Kelly's audience, for Spilling Wine, we're going to talk about spring, summer collective reading. What can you expect? And again, this is for like a big audience, whoever watches your show. This is for that. Okay.
Love that.
All right. So what's coming for love for the collector, for Kelly's audience, for Spilling Wine this spring? It's almost spring. It is spring. Almost summer. All right. Okay. All right. The sun at the bottom of the deck. So good vibes. Good vibes. Good energy. Joy. Wanderlust is the energy. Wanderlust. That is a sexy, submissive energy coming up. No gender aligned with that. We're going to say that. Sexy wanderlust. I'm feeling like making out. Lots of making out. Not with randoms. With people that actually like you. And one person loving to kiss you. And by you, I mean the collective. One person loving to kiss you. So the cards say Knight of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Now, I don't really usually explain the cards, but I'm doing it for y'all, right? Two of these people are not on your level energetically. They may be immature or younger than you and act like it. For anyone. Take it as it resonates. These people may not also have their money together. Okay? May not have their money together. May just say they have their money together. But you have your money together. So if you know you have your money together, you're meeting someone who doesn't, take it as it resonates, okay? Now, Two of Cups. Some of you had grand big finale. Big finale. Some of you guys are coming into marriage, romantic proposal, or more importantly, divine unions. Divine unions, aka, as Kelly said, her soulmate or your soulmate. It could be twin flame, a healed twin flame. Only healed people coming in for this big finale. So have your fun and excite yourself. But wanderlust is the theme for this energy. If you don't know the word, Google it. Okay. Three of Cups. So this is where you'll meet this person. I'm going to ask where you'll meet this person or how you'll meet this person. Someone's giving you a headache over here. That's the ex. So we have Four of Swords. Wow. That kind of creeped out. That's the ex. Or too much emotions are coming in with you because you keep meeting the wrong one until you meet the right one. This is a very specific message. You'll go through a cycle where you keep meeting the wrong one to get to the new one because something you're not listening to. Whether you're not listening to yourself, your own intuition, or others, or you're lying to yourself, and this is for male, female, non-binary, you might be lying to yourself about situationships, past connections that only want to stay that way, only want to stay casual. They look like they're taking time. You need to be patient. You need to be patient. That is not the case. Patience comes in when you leave that person alone and you're by yourself and you find that you love yourself. You're with this new person. Three of Cups is here. And basically, Three of Cups, you'll have new friends where you'll meet people. So you'll be going out. You'll be networking comes up. Mingling comes up. New friendship circles in general for everyone to meet this final person. This final person again, love, wanderlust. Like think of what's the song? It's Your Body is a Wonderland. I don't know the name of the song, but I thought I just heard music. So it's a beautiful song, but it's like very like Gavin DeGraw Chariot. Like I love that song. Energy, like coming towards you, and like Your Body's a Wonderland is a song. If you don't know the words of the song, you know what to do. Google them or take a listen with Kelly if she wants to play it. And then let's see what else is coming for those who may not be looking for love, but might want something else, like something in between. So let's see who wants something casual, maybe. Oh, no. Nope. I'm not even going to shuffle anymore. So the Chariot, as we just talked about, bottom of the deck with the Three of Swords here. Something, whoever you want to be casual will be casual with you. But the Three of Swords, you will have is three's company. Three's a crowd. It's giving love and lust and not wanderlust. So you'll have fun, but you'll get caught up with this person, and you might get caught up in a love triangle. So you'll get feelings. If it's up to you, free will's a thing. Take it as it resonates. But you'll get feelings, and yeah, from there. So, and that's the reading. So it's looking like a sexy, lustful, but romantic summer with someone. Then you have two people that ain't shit, that wants your money and you to spend money on them when they should be courting you, if that's the case. And then you have someone that's your grand finale, the end all be all, that one person that's going to love you and feel good for you and you feel good about yourself. And it could be marriage if you want it to be, or it could be full-time romantic relationship. Yeah.
That was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kelly.
Of course. And where can my audience find you?
So if you're interested in tarot, you can find me on TikTok at Erica's Intuition _. If you're interested in poetry, dance, or lifestyle content, you can follow me at I am Mel, IAMMEL __ on Instagram.
And for my listeners, you guys already know, like, comment, subscribe, listen on Spotify, rate us 5 stars on there, follow us, shop the merch, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Thank you. Bye.
We have a little sponsorship from Cupcake Canvas. This is their banana pudding cupcake. So we're going to taste test it on camera for you guys.
All right. Okay. Oh my God. First of all, it's banana pudding. It's cold. This is cold.
It's good.
Okay.
I love the frosting.
I love it too.
The cake is so moist too.
Yeah.
It's so good.
This is good. This is
And
really good.
I want everyone to know that I actually don't eat cupcakes, but this is really good.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Naya. I make homemade cupcakes, cakes, pies, and confectioners and everything. But I mainly know for my cupcakes and my cakes. I've been baking for about going on 4.5 years now, and I just started my business, so I'm trying to gain more professional clientele and everything. So everything's in the works, but I just wanted to bring these on here to make sure hopefully you guys will like it.
Thank you.
I love it. I really love it.
Thank you.
No, it's really good.
Yeah, it's huge. You don't have to finish it. I make jumbo cupcakes.
I love that.
Where can people find you on Instagram?
You can find me on Instagram by Cupcake Canvas by Naya. And Facebook is Cupcake Canvas LLC.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Naya.
Thank you. You're welcome.